Well, good morning, everyone. Sorry I wasn't able to be here yesterday. Whole lot of things going on, details in Discord if you're interested. But basically, a little run to the ER yesterday with my wife. Everything is urgent, not emergent. So sent home with a follow-up next week to figure out exactly what the cause of the nausea and the pain she was having in her abdomen. Hopefully, uh, I'm not getting a good vibe off this doc. He was doing pretty good with me until the discharge, and then he got a little wishy-washy, and that's like a pilot going, yeah, I think that's Denver ahead of us. And then you land, oh, wait, that's Colorado Springs. But anyway, kind of how it felt. So you don't get very secure. Now, granted, that's the end of your flight, so you didn't know that in the beginning. But anyway, very bad analogy, but we tried. So, but anyway, we're going to try for 2 flights today. We're set up on the first one here out of Harrisburg down to Sanford. This actually is a real world Allegiant flight, just not a real world Allegiant aircraft. Tail number is, aircraft type isn't. It is an A320NEO you see sitting on the line. Normally it's an A320, 200 something. So CFMs, just like you see here. So, but anyway, just not the NEO engines. However, they do get some of the Maxes that are in the fleet now. I have thought about joining Allegiant's VA out there. I don't know. I've got so many right now, it's hard to keep up with sometimes. So, and keep current. So that's why I kind of hesitate to join anymore. Matter of fact, I may actually, if I do drop a couple, that would be an opportunity then. Anyway, enough on that. I know we're here to fly. We're flying, like I said, from Harrisburg. Actually, the name of the airport, Middletown, and down to Sanford. And hang on a second. Let's get up in the cockpit here. Take care of a little business since there we go. And we'll come back later. Actually, we'll have to go out on CTAF, so. All right, so let's pre-brief the flight and get this thing going. I like to try to get off now in about 30 minutes. We're partially set up. We still got the main McDo to take care of still, so. And APU is up and running. All right, and Sim Toolkit. All right, now we use Sim Toolkit mainly because I think it gives the most amount of information you could find on your flight than any of the others out there. Don't get me wrong, Volanta does a good job. Elevatech is looking great. It's still in development, and it is looking good, but they're all a little, in my opinion, this is strictly flying with Mike's opinion, falling short, because while they do great jobs at showing the weather, showing the traffic, showing the ability to give you good surface features, they're not like Sim Toolkit that goes that next step and shows you where the touchdown was, shows you in more detail the metrics of your flight, so you can try to figure out what could I have done better to make that a smoother landing, because that's what we're after, folks. Just like in the real world, when I first started flying, my main thing was grease every landing. not every so often, every single one. And I got pretty good at it. And right on the aiming point, which is those big painted bars you see on runways, getting it on there. I want to say I did a landing contest where they set a line up and the closest to the line wins. I entered a couple. I think I entered a couple of those. That's a long time ago. I didn't win, that I do know, but was amazed at how close I did get and how close the other guy. I mean, some actually hit it, which that just blew my mind where it was. And you get used to it over time, flying the same airplane over and over and over. So, or same airplanes, I should types. So, but anyway, let's take a look at this flight out of Harrisburg. Today got kind of a light load, especially for Allegiant. 122 people headed down to Disney's other airport. We all know Orlando International and its mayhem. There's one just a bit north called Sanford, and they have a flight school, a lot of stuff there to offer, plus Allegiant and a couple of other airlines for you. It's that one airport that's not as busy as the other. It's the mantra of a lot of your lower cost airlines. Find that airport no one else goes to, so you can get in, get out, and be gone. It's what your passengers want. In, out, gone, safely. Let's put that second line in there, safely. So anyway, 122 peeps gonna fly with us today with 5,400 pounds of cargo. Let's go ahead and round up to 5,500. Taking off runway 31, landing 27 right. You can see the routing. Let me go ahead, transfer that over to the chat room. That way you can see it in the chat box here on Twitch. And you can see our altitudes today. Not 100% sure why we go up to 39,000 at Slow Joe. I guess we go past 180 going. Oh, I see where it's at. Okay, it's this little leg right here. We up and back down. So, all right. So yeah, there you have it, folks. All right, weather. Up in Harrisburg, little on the breezy side. It's winds out of the west at 16, gusts to 27. So you may want to throw an extra strap on that toupee at the top so your hair don't blow off. Just kidding, folks. That's what I have to do every day anyway. 10-mile visibility, few clouds of 5,000, 2 degrees Celsius. Brr, actually it is brr, it's 35 degrees. Not much better here in St. Louis, but we're not going to St. Louis. Actually, we have a little bit of snow to the north, so if you're flying into the Midwest, you could be hitting some icy weather. All right, let's see if we get it any better down in Orlando. Not really. North wind at 14, gusting to 22. Yeah, well, however, it is 59 degrees, almost 60 down there. Clear skies, 10 miles visibility. So, for the most part, won't be a bad run when we get there, just breezy. And a chilly breeze because it's out of the northeast. All right, we've already pre-filed. We're on the line. Let's go fly with Mike. How's that sound? And as I've indicated, we've already gotten through a lot of the checklist already. We're down to, just want to make sure, the APU we got available. Okay. And on with the bleed. Now, someone said we run them a little cold. I don't know. I know the cockpit usually because they're in the sun. We'll take a look at the temps here in a minute. 122 will leave pack flow at normal. And let's get the ADIRs up and going. We got an on bat. Okay, let's go on. There we go. Strobe lights are in auto. That's at number 1. Seatbelts, we'll go ahead, turn you on. And because I've found myself forgetting, but catching it at the runway. Emergency lights armed. Landing elevation knob. That is this knob right here. Just make sure that it's pointing up at the 12 o'clock position. That's your auto position. Pack flow, as I said, is going to stay at normal. And fuel pumps, we can go ahead, kick them on so we don't forget. Okay, radios. What is CTAF here? Okay. All right, and the radios all appear good on XPilot. Good deal. So, and if I may do one more check before we really take to it, let me check. We're on the map. We should be, and we are. Okay. All right, now. There we go. All right, time to program, said McDo. All right, so GPS is still aligning. We got 7 minutes. Bear with me as I set these screens up. I'm going to have to learn to do that a little earlier. There we go. All right, so head over to init, request. While we're waiting, let's get over here. Oh, looks like we could have a runway change in progress at, we'll see. It could have also been planned for, who knows. Is it already there? Nice. All right, so we got all our data loaded. All right, so we need to get in here and set up our location. Now, we're going to set up, we're in Bravo 5, so that's 40. Oh, hang on, I can bring this in to show you. Charts. All right, so Bravo 5 is 4011.7. Okay, so we need to go up 1. Click the line select over here to get the arrows, and then we'll go 7645.3. Only because I've been on this grapevine before, it's the up arrow will take you down. Take you down. You got to go up to go down to 45.3. Okay, double check. 4011.7 north. 7645.3 west. Align, confirm. So now, when you see our IRS over here, that's 6 minutes out, hit 0 and go to align. It's going to actually pull it closer to where the airplane is. So, all right. Now, real quick, this is a great program, by the way, NavGraph Charts. It really helps in making things easier to go. So as you can see, we're here, we're going to 3-1. So that's going to probably be a echo to alpha and out. Huh, amazing. They get away with letters. I guess because you're in the Republic of Pennsylvania, you get away with that. But anyway, sorry, I couldn't resist. All right. So next up, Let's do our weights. So you'll click the arrow here, and there's your weights. Now we're going to come over to the EFB. The big difference between the A330-900 NEO and the rest of the fleet. Now, I can't speak for the A340 they have, but the A390 allows you to put the this. I'm going to go ahead and put it this big bulky box in the EFB. One place. I love that I really hope updates come out with that all included. And it's still the same size. They just shortened the font or whatever they did to make it fit. Really, really phenomenal thing they did over there. All right, so if you remember, if you don't, I'll tell you, we got 122 peeps. 122 peeps. Zero fuel weight was estimated 124,591. We're running 124,585. Okay. We'll settle for that. Fluffy, I guess, didn't decide to fly on this flight. So we'll take it. Let's see. Fuel, we're block estimating for 15,323. We went with what came with the plane, 15,432. I mean, we're off by 100. Cool. 100 extra pounds of fuel. So we might get to the end of the runway with that extra fuel, or maybe halfway down. So, and then we just look over here, 124.6. We round up, I'm okay with that. 29 point, this agreement, I'm not. We'll go up to 29.5 backslash 29.5. 15.3, let's go 15.4. And there you have it. Now our weights are a lot closer. Takeoff 139.6. That's a little off. But anyway, overall, we look good here. All right, so let's head on over. Let me see how this... Oh, you didn't see any of that. We'll get rid of charts right now. And dial down. Go to plan. You know what? Let's do it real quick so you can see. Okay, what we changed was 29.5 up to here, 15.4 because of here, and you can see now the rest of it. Since that first officer, I tell you, that guy just... Oh, wait, she's not here today. Anyway. So let's get over to F-Plan and get this thing going, shall we? And what I do is I kind of look at my flight and see on nav graph charts how it's relating. So like this, coming out of Middletown, departure, 3-1, no SID. Okay, enter. All right, so when we take off, we're going to have to vector to VIYAP, which is actually 180 degrees. So we'll probably, I have no idea, standard departures out of here. I don't even think there is a Harrisburg 4 or anything like that. Yeah, it's just straight out. What little they have. So, and then we'll kind of turn for VIYAP, if not EMI. Okay, then GVE, Drake, and Brosk, GSO. Okay, GPS primary just means we're aligned. GSO, okay. Here's that up the 39, back down bit. I don't know if in real world they would just route them direct to keep them without having to do that. I don't know. It's really interesting though that they Ife has stepped down. Jesse Werfel. Oh, wait. Coney, Talon, Rocco, Gipple, Bree, Leopard. All right, now the flight today is coming in. Now this is where it's going to get a little interesting. 030 at 14. I am actually going to plan 9 left. That is too much to play with off of 2 7s. 14, I mean, here, let me bring it in to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, we're talking about down here on the lower half. You see how you got runway 27 right? Then this is your wind component, tailwind 6 knots. Doable, but maybe not very smart. And 13. Now, Grant, see, and the thing is, down below them, they're 1836, 1/8s and 1/7s. So, or 3/6s, 3/5s probably. So a lot more forgiveness down there. Not here. Yeah, I'm going with the 9s. All right, bear with me. I'm going to pull up the airport 9 left. And we can stay on the T-Thor 3, Leopard of arrival. And with 9 right, looks like we do have a transitional point. We'll just take it. And as you can see, we're going to come down from Leopard, T-Thor, Oweed, Thano, Ragnar. I guess these are all Thor characters. I don't follow any of those cartoon movies anymore. Sorry. Monks over to Yaduzi. And then in. Boy, they really got some doozy of names. All right. So over here, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Go to arrival. We said 9 left and T-Thor 3. And we'll insert. I said insert. There we go. And we're set. So let's continue to step on down, Jags. Weak, Thor, Odin, Thano, Ragnar. Loki, Monks. Now we vector to Uduzi because you just never know what they got planned, if they're going to go visual or if they're going to go straight in. So we'll keep that open for now. But if we don't have ATC, we'll close it off and let it fly it and come in. We have some altitude restrictions, 12,000 by Thor. Under at 250 at Odin, and at 210, 5,000 feet at Monks. And then our ILS looks like this. Uduzi down, and we'll be slowing up on this leg to come in on approach. Okay. I think that pretty well summed it up. Okay. All right. So we've got the flight plan in. And then we're going out to Smyrna to hold. And then if we have to divert, we're going to Tampa. Okay, F plan. All right, now let's continue on. RadNav. All looks good. Perf. Nice thing about the Toliss aircraft, we have a takeoff and landing calculator. So let's do a reset in case we got new weather. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell you the METAR it's reading from. So I can tell you right now, it is either exactly right now, but it is definitely not what was released 35 minutes ago. Sometimes I wonder if I shouldn't go by that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put the winds to it, because they're just about right. 3019 dry, anti-ice. Let's go ahead with some engine, and we'll have the air conditioning system on. All right, let's compute. Now, you got a couple of ways of doing this. You may get information through ACARS to tell you to do one thing. That would more likely be the real world. Or you get, this little thing to test out what you like. I'm going to keep it at this. 3,000 feet. If we go all the way to 139, rotate at 139, 142, that's perfect for me. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, come over here to uplink. Put in your numbers, which is only going to be the winds. 260 diagonal 9 dry. And we're going flaps 1, 9,900 foot runway. I was going to say go with it as a 10,000, but uh-oh. How about we get the request in before we jump the gun like that? Whoops. I'm like, what did I do wrong? Okay, we got our takeoff data. Now that looks right. Now is when you put in your flex. They say 74, which matches 139, 139, 142. And here's your, for those of you that have to have it, there's your runway. Insert. Okay, there's the numbers. Transition level in the US is now 5,000 feet. That's what's defaulted. You can change that, but I go ahead and keep it. And you can actually change the thrust and acceleration, engine out acceleration data, if you know all of the formulas. I have no clue what the formulas even look like. And that, folks, brings us to the end of that, and we're just about ready to push back. Sorry for that sniffle in your ear. Okay, strobes, emergency lights. Okay, let's come in here. Altimeters 3019, LS constraints, VOR, VOR. Okay. We'll set for 20 for now, adjust in flight. Here in the middle, let's flip this over to our US. Okay, 40 is fine. Managed and managed. Hang on a second. What did we say? We're going to 38. Unless told otherwise, that's where we're headed. All right, finishing this up. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to we should be out of that break now. Let's go ahead, start. Start getting rid of the things on the other side of the aircraft. All right, so the last things we need to do, anti-skid switch on, switches pointing north. We'll put the first officer to flight plan and clear that off. And, okay, turn scan. Auto for GCS. Okay, we're ready. Let me make sure we're back from break. I'm pretty sure we are. And we are. Okay, so let's do it. Better push back and one last check. Okay. Bear with me. I realized something I forgot to put together real quick. Some of you all like to check me on this. All right, let's make sure. Got it right now. Okay. Okay, just wanted to make sure titles were set up when they pop up on the screen here. All right, let's go to work.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
See how this works out. Okay, let's get that.
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Yeah, that was my bad. I realized that at the end. Racing to get the door closed. Okay, there we go. We're ready to push now. Harrisburg traffic, Allegiant 29. Hang on, folks. I hate this sometimes. Harrisburg traffic, common traffic, Allegiant 2968 pushing out of Bravo 5.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
All right, so we got a light off, folks, on number 2.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set. Sorry, folks. Been a while since we've had the
Stand
wife in the office here working, and it's kind of funny. Okay, let's start up number 1. By the way, you know, I have been remiss this whole time. When we first came on this morning, you'll catch a little bit of it in Discord. I had checked X-Plane because we were out yesterday, and I had a feeling, it's been a while, that they'd have an update. Well, according to their site, they did not. Cool. Fired right up. Lo and behold, there was an update. I mean, I must. There is still nothing on this Discord about this.
Have a safe flight.
That is hilarious. Thanks for the pushback. By the way, that's free, folks. Free add-on. Really good tool. The only thing we're finding it doesn't do a good job with is SSG 747. That one, I don't know if you got to get a plug-in addition to it or what. And there's our pins, but it's a really good free plug-in to X-Plane. There's so many things that are free here. It's great. Also, Saturday, X-Plane is invading their home turf on VATSIM all day long, Burlington, Vermont. I'm gonna hope to fly in it. Not sure yet what, where, from where I'll take off, if I'll take one of their little airports. But that ought to be a blast on VATSIM. So I hope you all get a chance who are X-planers. Yeah, I know some of you from Microsoft are going to come in and say, "See, look at us." Well, fine. You know, we hope you enjoy it, and welcome to X-Plane World. So, all right. So we're pushed. We've got that. We're going to click the chrono. We should take about 3 minutes to warm up. And you know what? By the time you go through this checklist, it usually is pretty close. So let's start it. Head up. Turn the bleed off. This is where I usually find the seatbelt. Okay, let's arm. Up, up, up. You stay. Cut it out. Locked. 1. Okay. Let's go to TA. I'm going to go ahead and take us all the way up. Pitch trim. All right. And we're looking at up here. If you want to see, we're looking right where it says flaps THS on the right side. 1 and then the slash, that's what we're wanting it to say here in pitch trim. And I just move. Okay. And then I also do my flight control check, even though that's actually a couple steps away. I do them here because I've got the screen up already. Okay, and then we'll deselect. All right, we can also have the attendants arm the slides. They don't do anything. Nose wheel, taxi. Okay, it lapsed. Auto brake to max. On. Okay. Coming soon, folks, is going to be where the radars are actually working. All the features. I am not sure about that personally, because I don't know much about them. So that'll be more learning for Mr. Flying with Mike. Harrisburg traffic, Allegiant 2968, taxi to 31. Now the line we're crossing, folks, so long as you're behind it, you don't have to talk to ATC. It's when you get out here. This is called the movement area. This is where you have to talk to them. That's why sometimes they say call for taxi. That's what their intention really is. And I think I did it wrong. Something tells me. It's what I get for not having the map up. Oh, no, we'll come down at Fox. Because we're actually getting ready to go into the military side. There's a big landmark here that can be seen, 3 Mile Island, that X-Plane chose to omit. The real quick funny story, as a kid in high school, our band came out here. I forget the name of the town. If I get a map, it might have been Middletown. Don't know. But anyway, we played at some contest exhibition. We weren't competing. I forget the whole thing. But anyway, we were out here. And lo and behold, none of us actually realized 3 Mile Island, which I think had happened already, had just happened and was being cleaned up. If you're not, look it up, folks, for the incident at 3 Mile Island. But yeah, we were like in this kind of proximity to it. I didn't know it. I don't know, kid, who'd have known? But yeah, it was quite hilarious. And Middletown, Harrisburg, common traffic. Allegiant 2968 departing 31 to the south. Okay, we'll line up and wait. Usually I like to do a roll takeoff, but we're going to take care of a couple items. Okay, mainly the test and chrono. Here we go. V1, rotate. V2. All right, and we're on our way. Sorry, folks, got a little distracted. Oh, wait. Okay. We are on our way to VIYAP and en route. Okay, flaps can come up. Now, I had somebody comment to me that normally you're a couple notches cold with the temperatures up top. By that I mean, here, let me pull this out so we have reference. All right, so we're talking the three levers, knobs up here: cockpit, forward, aft, cabins. So if you look at the lower ECAS 7371, that's personally where I like to keep it. He said you want to go a notch colder. And that to me would spell people going, I'm too cold. You know, those people, I'm just too cold. So anyway, I am no airline pilot by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, imagination, yes, because I fly simulated aircraft. But beyond that, no. All right, we are on our way. And I hope you enjoy the flight. It is right now without ATC. Now we're showing a little over 2 hours. I know that'll change as we get altitude. So there we go. All right, there's transition. So again, welcome aboard, folks. Thank you for hanging in there with us here at Flying with Mike. Been a really crazy month, and sure to get crazier as we go further on. But I do appreciate y'all being here, and thank you so much for generosity and all that you do for us. I am going to kind of step aside, get the music rolling. We got about 2 hours to go. It is scheduled at about 2 hours, so we'll see how that gets when we hit 30s on the climb out here. We're getting into the 20s now, so. And if you want to get rid of the commercials, folks, all you have to do is subscribe. We'd love to have you. We try to use as much of that money towards the stream, uh, but life has changed in the Flying with Mike household, and may have to dip into that now. So we've crossed that bridge. We said, well, we'll cross it when we get there. Well, we're now on that other side. So we'd sure appreciate any help, and thank you ahead of time. But just know we do try our best to keep it aimed at the stream, any money taken in. So, all right, well, enjoy the flight, folks. We got about 2 hours. I'm going to check a couple of things. Unfortunately, I have to bring in this monster. That's why I really... All right, there you go, folks. Like I said, they don't have NEOs at Allegiant, so this is slightly fictitious. There is, if you download this um, at the Orc store, there is a way to convert it using the conversion that somebody set up to go to the regular engines. Um, but I kind of like it this way. So, but they have taken some maxes, so if you have the max, use it. We'll see you after the break. All right, folks, we're back. Hour and a half to go to the other Mickey World Airport.
Fine with Mike. Mike.
Well, welcome aboard, Mr. Duluth Fly. We sure appreciate you.
Hello, Mikey. Just an FYI. Just an FYI. They just recently pushed an update for X-Plane 12
I know.
beta. Oh, you know.
Just believe me, because it was quite funny. I looked before hitting the start. Do you come on or get X-Plane fired up? I looked and there was none, because I knew something had to be coming soon.
Right. What is it, dude? Did you figure it out?
I have
or no?
no idea, because as soon as I fired X-Plane up, boom, there was an update that wasn't on the stream, on the Discord.
Okay. Well, at least I'm
So
not the only one.
Delta is behind on her job, or his job.
Oh, Delta. I was gonna say her or him.
Yeah, him or her
Well,
or it.
I think it's
or,
a. I think it's a. Oh, okay.
I mean,
Let's see.
because I try to look for what, how long. Oh, Release notes, still none.
Hang on. Newsfeed. Nope.
Server feed. Nope, nothing. They flew it under everyone's radar.
It's under the radar.
Nothing coming out on this one, folks.
Hmm?
But I mean, we're flying under it. Sorry, I don't. Well, I just put 1.3 up there, but yeah, we're under
Yeah.
beta 5.
Nice.
That's so cool. I'm like, why is there an update? And I'm like, well, looks like we might be late in getting started. And then sure enough, we
Right.
got started right on time.
There you go.
Because I like to look, because Sim Toolkit sometimes has a lot for me to do to update.
Right.
And that's why I try to check now.
Right.
And when X-Plane didn't have an update and yet it updated, whoops.
I have communications with Delta Who, so I'm gonna.
I
drop
see
my,
how you are.
Well, I have reasons behind why I talked to him.
But are you planning to arrive in Burlington Saturday?
No, I went the other direction.
You should. That's the X-Plane VATSIM fly-in all day long.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
As I understand it, it's all day long. I will reread the brief later. I'm just reflying. I'm just flying yesterday's schedule today.
Okay.
Oh, man. Still feel wiped out from yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how you were doing.
Oh, I'm fine. It was the wife that throwing up and gosh.
She go. She is Mrs. Mike flying with Mike okay now?
No, she's not. Nothing's been 100%, but they've, they don't believe what's going on is emergent. It's a
Okay.
small hospital, so they don't offer everything you would expect when you walk in.
Right. No, I get it.
So, to the best of what they can tell and see, although, like I said in the beginning, the doctor was like that pilot that was, well, folks, welcome aboard with Miami's temperature, and you're actually in Duluth.
Oh my god! Oh wow!
I've actually had that happen once. We landed
Oh,
in
wow.
St. Louis, and I think it was the first officer. I'll be nice to the captain. I think it was the first officer. Goes, welcome to Miami.
Have you seen the guy who has? They're flying it. I forget where it is, but he has "Welcome to Ohio," literally tapered on his. He's under the the inbound of an airport, and he's got "Welcome to Ohio" tapered on his roof.
Oh, jeez. Well, a lot of weird things out there.
Yeah.
But no, she has something going on. This guy believed pretty strongly when he said he was trying to reach out to the bigger hospital, urology, and they never called back, but yet there's a long story with that. Don't need it to be out over the air. But they believe she has some kind of a blockage between the kidneys and the bladder.
Well, I hope
Be
she
it a
gets better.
stone, be it a anything, who knows? So,
We'll check. Okay, I have a possible intake for a. Yep. Okay. I might be going to a fire after 3 o'clock. Fire call.
you might be going to a fire?
Fire call. There was a.
You
There was
guys
an
premonitioning up there? What?
No. Yeah, I am the next great Kruskin. No. Yeah.
We got the Minority Report going on up there? Yeah, we know there's going to be a fire at 3 o'clock.
No. Okay, hold on. Pick me up. Okay. Okay, so basically, you know, I volunteer for the American Red Cross.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure do.
Well, okay, so basically, what I do is after when there's a fire, I respond to the aftermath, and we basically help them financially get things done, get them back on their feet.
Yep. Great job you guys do. I've seen you at some sites.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, not you personally, but I've seen the Red Cross in action.
Yeah, we good people.
I'm going to say, I don't think you responded from Duluth all the way down here on one, but you know, if you know of a fire at 3 o'clock, you
never
might.
know. Well, when you got tornadoes, down there, we come running.
Yeah, but you get those up there too.
Not where I'm at.
You don't get any tornadoes.
Would you believe? Okay, hold on a second. We have. If you look it up on you. Oh, you know what? I'll just look it up for you. We'll give it to you.
Make sure you get to the right scammy site. I mean,
ouch, that's just wrong, Michael.
The shamey site.
Right? No. Oh my God.
Just kidding, man.
I know water. Well, come on. Let me have my pointer. Thank you. Water spout. And Duluth. Let's see here. Is this it? Yeah. It was a what? Yeah, okay, so
I can believe a water spout up there on that lake.
oh yeah, but we'll get this. It went from water spout to tornado to water spout.
Yep. Florida sees that a lot.
Well, this one was unique because it went from what was started over the lake, traveled over Park Point, and then moved back over to the inner bay of Lake Superior.
Next to the bridge that never has a big boat going through.
Hey, you know, you watch yourself there, Bubba.
But no, I could definitely.
You are treading on thin ice. No, I'm kidding. No.
That would be true if I was walking up on Lake Superior.
Mm-hmm. This time of the year, yeah.
But no, it's that's one place I don't think I ever got to was Duluth. Got into Minneapolis quite a bit, but never went further north. I don't think.
You say that, and I did. I have to redo this search. Hang on. When did TWA fly into Duluth, Minnesota?
I don't think they maybe went to Duluth, but I would have swore they went into Minneapolis.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I meant to say.
Spaceman said nowhere on that 84, 85, whatever the hell schedule you all are using.
I don't know.
They went in there. I would have. Again, it may have been later that they did. Northwest owned that airport big time.
Oh yes, yeah.
Delta now owns it.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. No. Oh, it's the Mall of America. That's why everyone wants to go there.
Right.
I think I drove by it once. I think. Problem is, everything looked like warehouses, so the mall probably did too. Okay,
so according to this tidbit, thanks to AI TWA Airlines flew into Minneapolis International on April 4th. Wait, no, never mind. Let's take that back. Never mind.
Yeah, not diverting.
No.
I would have just swore they would have.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. The transport flew into Minneapolis International Airport in Minneapolis, Minnesota, including TWA Flight 841, April 4th, 1979. Flight 849, John F. Kennedy, destination Minneapolis, Minnesota. Incident: the plane rolled to the right, but the pilots regained control and landed at Detroit Metropolitan Airport. TWA was a former American airline that had extensive routes in the United States, Europe, Caribbean, blah blah blah. TWA booking ended on November 30th, 2001, and the airline's last flight was December.
Yeah, that's TWA.
Yeah.
That's when they died, just before 9/11.
Right.
Which I think American Airlines. No.
Wow.
Boy,
Michael.
a conspiracy could fly out of that, couldn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't want to touch that one because, oh.
No. Hold on, here we go. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Uh-oh. Let's not edit Wikipedia tonight.
Oh, why not? Everyone does. That's why it's the most authoritative, accurate news source in the world. Yeah, right. Oh, that reminds me. Talking about what's going on with my wife. Whoop, wrong text. This one. 18th.
Oh, wow. Okay. 1979. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Are you talking incidents that occurred there?
Well, that's what Google. Yeah, and Google is being an idiot right now.
Yeah. I'm thinking they didn't, and I would have really thought they would have, but Northwest, like I said, had such.
Yeah, Northwest was a predominant airline here,
and they like to be the only dog in the house. So.
Yeah. Now it's Delta, Delta, Delta.
Yep, but the others are still there as well.
Yeah, but it's
there's this
Delta,
little thing called Sun Country.
Oh God, that for Britain Airline, yeah.
Hey,
I shouldn't say anything. My uncle was a chief pilot.
Well, the thing is, they fill that niche that is needed sometimes from the big airlines to.
Oh, absolutely.
People can afford them.
No, I know.
And they're driving the big airlines crazy because they can't afford to come down that low.
Right, and here, fun fact about Sun Country, and this is true. My uncle has expressed to me that he wants to get me into the Sun Country simulator, wherever the hell that is.
Ooh.
And basically show everybody that I am able to start up, fly, and land a Boeing 738.
Very nice.
Nobody believes him, but the thing about it is that he number one, he doesn't have the time to he doesn't have the money to rent out the simulator.
Yep.
Number two, getting into the simulator is far but near because
one option.
What?
Chicago. There is a guy in Chicago, and we're actually thinking about it, even though I dread the word Chicago and being near it.
Right.
That has a 737 cockpit.
Really?
That you can go to and fly. Now, I forget, it's on the web. I don't know what part of Chicago, but it is in the Chicago area. And I don't think the cost per hour was that much.
Really?
It's meant for people like you, me, and those who will never sit in the real seat.
That makes me wonder, why doesn't a guy like him do World Flight? You know what I mean?
For all we know, we did.
Yeah, by himself.
Well, or with someone in the right seat.
No, but I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that why did he stream it on Twitch? No,
Don't
because
know.
if you look, no, he did not. Well,
We
not
don't
that I
know
know
what
of.
his handle would be.
Right. 738 simulator. I'm gonna spell it right.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Besides American, well, Americans aren't there, but Uniteds might.
Yeah.
No, for all I know, American could be too. I don't know.
Oh wow, here it is. I found it. First one on the top. Come on. Extreme Flight Simulation. Does that sound familiar?
I don't remember. I just know it's up there, and she's thought about us going up there and giving it a whirl, but I don't want to even think of Chicago in the wintertime.
No. Pricing 75737. Okay, so holy Christ, that's a lot of money. For a 120-minute 737 signal simulation session, $340 to step in the life and step
That's
in the
not
life of
bad.
cockpit. No, it's not actually.
But it is bad, but it
Yeah.
it's not, but it is.
No, but heck, you put. No, hang on. Wait. Hang on, there's more here.
Then you got to throw the hotel, you got to throw getting there,
Yeah.
and all of that. But
Oh, here you go. Here, no, this is the one we want. 120-minute dual session, which is basically, I don't know if that's was step into it's $450.
not bad.
No. Step into the life of the airline captain as you choose from one of their authentic sector gates. Fly the B737 gate to gate, complete with standard instrument or departure, standard terminal arrival route, instrument landing system, and landing. Take the skies with a friend or family member with the ultimate package for a pilot or avid flight simmer. With this session, you'll do a cold and dark start, program the FMC following the checklist to a T, quote unquote. Push back onto the gate, fire up those engines, taxi to the runway, blast out to your destination on choice without time. And there goes my call. Hang on, I'll be right back.
But yeah, folks, great. I've been thinking about it, but it's the only problem for me is I really hate Chicago. And I'm not going to get into the whole reasonings behind it. But that's a really good deal. It sounds like a lot, but when you think about what you're going to get, that is a phenomenal deal. One of those once in a lifetime tries. So all right, we are standing at about an hour out of Sanford, Orlando Airport. Actually, I think it goes as Orlando Sanford. But anyway, also, if you're into trains, the auto train out of Virginia goes to Sanford. You could take your car on it. They put them in auto rack, specially. I don't know if they're specially designed or just painted, but and you can take your car down. Of course, the snowbirds do that heavily, so they can live down south where it's warm in the winter, while living up north where it's relatively warm in the summer with their vehicle. So really a neat thing Amtrak started. It's a shame they couldn't proliferate that out on other routes. But I guess the rental car agencies went berserk. You're taking your car. We could rent you one for $10 million. Oh, so yeah. Anyway, it was a really neat, it's still a neat idea. They still do it. The train's always full, as I understand. A lot of cars going down, especially this time of the year, escaping the cold for the so-called warmth of southern Florida. So, kind of shocked they don't find a way to get it out towards the west like that. But, well, technically there is no train that goes from the northeast directly to the southwest. You lost my car en route like the airlines lose your bag? That's kind of what would happen in Chicago. So, but it would be neat. I think that's something Amtrak could have done. And unfortunately, I don't think the rail is in place anymore.
I love spam calls.
Oh, you love them?
I love them.
But when you fry it, it's pretty good.
But I just got that. Oh my god.
Wah, wah.
Dad joke, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, now grandpa joke, but anyway.
Yep. So. Well, we're getting there, Duluth.
Where are you going? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me guess. San Fran or
Sanford.
Stanford?
Sanford.
Sanford. Okay.
Orlando, Sanford.
Nice. What are you flying there? A scare bus? What are you flying?
Yep, the old scare bus.
There you go. Oh, Allegiant, another ill-fated airline.
Actually, they're one of the best business models on the market right now.
You know, fun fact, I don't know if I told you this, but I used to be the COO well, yeah, was it COO? Anyway, I don't know if you remember a gentleman by the name of Seatback Pocket a couple years ago.
No, I don't.
Okay, his name was Jason Faring. Nicest guy in the whole world. He bought a domain, lowfareairlines.org, I think it was. And so he went out with his own money and bought, or leased, or bought, or however you want to say it, all of the flight, the current flights for Frontier, Allegiant, and Spirit. And we put it together into an airline where we flew for all three, and we were the most laid back airline that ever. Nope, we were the most laid back airline. We were like, hell, you can go anywhere you want. You don't have to worry about connecting your flights. You don't have to. You can do it if you want to. We don't require you. The only thing we require is the typical do a flight every 90 days or 60 days or whatever it was. And we had over 500 people in the group.
Good deal.
And then one day, Jason pulled me in the chat, in the voice chat. He's like, man, I got a job. I'm like, really? What are you doing? He's like, I'm working at a predominant college here in California. I won't say which one, but like, really? He was like, yeah. He's like, I'm offering this to just give you the domain and give you the airline if you want it, and all you have to do is maintain the upkeep. And I thought about it for a second. This was before I was living where I'm living now, under the financial umbrella I am now. But he basically, I just said, you know what, Jason, just let it die. We've had a good run. We have 500 people. If somebody else wants to take it over, we had a good run. He's like, you sure? I'm like, absolutely. And he's like, okay. So we put a note up on the bulletin board of the website, and we were like, hey, seat back pocket, aka Jason F. Got employment. He's he can't take care. Can't take care of the. He can't take care of the airline anymore. If anybody else wants to take care of this airline, he's willing just to hand it over, to give it to you. No questions asked, no financial backing, or else we're just gonna let it retire. And nobody wanted it, so therefore it retired.
Wow. Yep.
Yeah, it was a fun run. Mike, is there supposed to be some kind of gremlin on your wing there?
Which wing?
I'm kidding. You made you look.
No, I said which wing.
Oh, the left wing.
Sorry. Not allowed to have hitchhikers.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you want to try to jump on at this speed and this altitude, go for it.
Oh, you know what? Have you seen that video of the pigeon that was on the end, that was landing on the wing, and then like basically got? You ever see?
I've seen where birds have been blown off. Yeah.
No, seriously. Okay, so it was a Frontier flight, and when they were literally taxiing to the runway, a pigeon landed on the wing. Did you ever see this?
Yeah, like I said, I've seen birds land on them or stay on them until takeoff and then eventually blow off.
Yeah, that was basically it. Yeah, and it was just so funny the way they. Yeah, it was it was funny.
Yeah, they don't last long.
No.
But it's not called the bird strike.
It's not cut. Oh, dude, there was another one that I saw. Okay, so the plane was on final approach. I mean, no more than maybe 700 feet from landing on the runway. A flock of birds decided to fly right in front of the plane. The plane smoked the entire flock.
I've seen that aftermath before.
It was not pretty.
Nope. Yeah, we had a KC-135 at the airport I was at. Trying to do a touch and go. I say the word trying, flew through a flock of birds on the runway in the power up for takeoff and rejected. Hit.
Ouch.
We counted nearly 500 or 600 birds on our runway that had to be cleaned up, and he got damaged too. And they were just your starlings, those blackbirds you see in the winter. That just moved maybe 20, 30 miles when snow is coming. And, he took them out.
Yeah, okay, I found it. This is what Google AI says. Air China A320 lands safely after flying into a flock of birds while landing at Zimingguo International Airport in China.
Yep. It happens. Talk to Sully.
Oh, yeah. Here's a. Oh, can I get the? Can I? Oh, there it is. Smoked. Oh, that had to hurt.
Yeah,
I just watched it. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen them come into our airport with the nose dented in.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it's bird versus plane. Well, of course, plane wins, bird doesn't. But man, the damage that happens.
Yeah, were you watching that clip of mine that had before I turned off the when I first installed XP12? I forgot to turn off I guess paused or turned off the incidences.
No.
Okay, so I loaded up a Boeing 838 at the FBO in Minneapolis, and I looked at I get an outside shot of the plane, and there's things all over around by my plane. I'm like, what the heck is all that? And all of a sudden they move, and I'm like, oh my god, those are birds.
Wow. An X-plane?
Yeah, an X-plane. Yeah.
I have yet to see any animals in X-plane.
Well, I also have a well, this was before I downloaded the I bought and downloaded an add-on that gave me extra birds.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I've never seen animals like I did in FSX and A Century of Flight.
Hang on a second. Yeah, give me 1 second, Mikey. I'll be right back.
All right, let's see. The McDo will probably say step deleted because it's saying step now. We're in that section where it wanted us to go up to 39 and then the next fix back down. So really kind of weird. But I get it. I mean, we turned. No, we're still 185. We're still even. I don't get it. But this is where that up to 39 down to 38 occurs. Right between the one right behind us and the one in front of us. All right, let's get a reading on where we are. Let's see if Fat Spy's come back to play. It has. Yeah, for a while there it was saying, wow, VAD has an approach up right now? What? Who the heck is flying in? Oh, VCO. Huh. Wonder who's flying in and out of there. I've never seen Moody Air. Is that Moody? Yeah, Moody approach. Valdosta, basically. Huh. Interesting. And I'm just taking some screenshots along the way, some snapshots. Okay, according to the map, we are over South Carolina. No, there's nothing out there, Mr. Dog. Usually he's downstairs with the 8-month-old and the wife. Well, things are on the change here. And the wife, because of yesterday, is taking like a half day, unofficial, kind of still sort of checking and all. But he's like lost. Poor dog. All right, folks, I will be right back. All right, folks, those of you that were in the break, welcome back. The way to avoid that is to subscribe. If you subscribe to the channel, not only helps the streamer themselves with abilities to pay the bills that go with streaming, but it also affords you no commercials. So we'd appreciate if you'd consider that, and just know that we are very grateful if you do subscribe or donate in any way to the stream. So thank you ahead of time. All right, while we were in the stream or in the break, I don't know if you heard, we are over South Carolina, and I'm not 100% sure where in the state, but we are currently about 40 minutes out of Sanford. So we're basically flying the Thor 3 arrival and then planning 9 right, or correction, 9 left. SimBrief had us set up for the 27s, and now, I mean, it kind of flip a coin. The winds were only a 5 to 6 knot tailwind, but I don't know where the governing faction other than Orlando International as to how they'll funnel traffic in. But if it was me, I'd have definitely been going with the 9s. But if ATC comes up and tells us to change gears, well, we shall. So enjoy the ride. Like I said, 40 minutes to Sanford. And we'll be into top of descent here probably in the next 10-15 minutes. Sit back and enjoy a few more tunes before we get to that top of descent. All right, folks, welcome aboard. Sorry, I've been just sitting here on the side doing some things. We're 30 minutes out. Top of descent should be looming out ahead of us at about 100 miles. So real quick, we're going to go through the charts and our numbers. Let me bring charts in real quick. All right. So you can see we're not very far away from Leopard down there in Florida near Jacksonville. Probably in the neighborhood, I'm thinking Savannah. So anyway, real quick, we're flying to Thor 3 arrival. And information real quick for y'all. There's your ATIS. Elevation, we'd have to see the charts. It's an RNAV, and there's your routing from Thor. I call it Leopard, coming in to Jags, Weak, Thor, Odin, Thano, Ragnar, Loki at 5, Munks at 5,000. Really, our big ones are Thor at 12 and Loki at 5,000. Speeds, Odin at 250 and 210 at Munks. So really, that's a pretty simple approach. We could do an elongated hold if we're not in the right sequence at weak. 10-mile hold, but most likely not. Down to the approach itself. Common traffic is 120.3 unless approach comes up. 108.9 and our final approach course for the ILS all get put in automatic. We'll verify. Olnoff is 1,600 feet, and that's 6.5 miles out. 1,545 feet above the ground. 255 feet is our minimum. And that is, sorry folks, 200 feet above the ground. Now, the 200 feet above the ground is what METARs are, so go by that when you look at your weather to whether or not you can shoot it or not. There is no category 2 approaching here, so you're gonna have to be whatever it says at the bottom, I believe, half mile, 200 feet, but we'll find out. Here's your missed approach out to Smyrna. And then any additional. Always the big one in here, realize what you're doing on your ILS. When you go from following your ILS to your visual, there's a good chance they don't match. Switch and follow your visual cues. The goal, as we said in the beginning, and I was really pretty good at it a long time ago when I flew as a private pilot, at smooth landings and usually on the mark. So I'm just having struggles here of late. Okay, so we're going to go to Oduzi. All of this no faster than 210 down to Ugma. 12.5 miles out. We'll slow. We'll already be slowing, but I hope to be under 160 between Ugna and Olnuf, and by Olnuf at our approach speed. And you can see the vertical profile there. All right. From Olnuf, 6.5 miles out to our missed approach, should probably take us about 2 minutes. So that's the big thing. Also 743 feet a minute. That's hard to gauge. So, but you can figure if you're between 700, 800, if the glide slope's not working, you're doing pretty good. Below that, here's our minimums, 200.5 mile. Okay. Lastly, the weather here as of 26 minutes ago, still an east-northeast wind at about 10 miles, and visibility clear. Beautiful flight into there, folks. Just beautiful. Temperature a balmy 63 degrees, almost 30 degrees difference between Pennsylvania and here. So they'll feel, the passengers will feel it once they get outside the terminal. All right, so let's take this data, move over to the performance charts, and I'm going to bring this with us. Go to landing, reset. Okay, 050 at 12. Okay, is that right? – 17, 30, 34. Yes, okay. All right, so we'll go next phase, fill in the blanks. Now, if you're doing it from inches of mercury, go 30.34. Temperature 17. I knew it as soon as I did it. That was not where I wanted to click. Winds are 050, diagonal 12, and we're going to go 255, right? We'll go with the barometer on this one, see how it works out. Okay, so we got all of our data. We're on a 9900. Let's go medium. Anti-ice off, compute. There you go. So 131 and about 3,800 feet, 3,900 feet down the runway if we do it right. Wow. Okay, I don't know why we had such a hard time. Of course, it works right there. How's our frame rates doing? Okay. All right, and $40-mile out. Okay, we are set to go. Got the McDo arrival. And there you all get to see the weather again. All right. Top of descent on the chart. I really hope y'all enjoyed this run. We departed out of the gate approximately an hour and a half ago, little over an hour and a half ago. And we are 20 or so minutes from arriving in Orlando Sanford International Airport. All right, folks, we have started our descent into Mickey World. Somebody is off our right wing. Let's see if I can't figure out where they are. All right, they've got us by 2,300 feet above us. Let's see if we can't see them. There they are, right there's the contrail. All right, we are starting the Thor arrival. Enjoy, folks. hope y'all are enjoying as we descend in. We're out of the break there for those that were in that commercial break. Again, realize, folks, to get rid of those breaks, all you got to do is mash that subscribe button here on Twitch, and that will rid you of them. Yeah, you got to pay. It's a monthly service fee, but we'd sure appreciate it. And like I said, you benefit by not having the ads anymore. So, but thank you for those of you that do subscribe. We appreciate it, and it does humble me beyond belief. So, thank you ahead of time. Thank you. Okay, we're about 20,000 feet. And let's see, what was our barometric? All right, we're at the 10-minute point, folks. Put your predictions in. Saw it in the chat there. Exclamation mark the word predict and a negative number. Make sure it's a negative number. If you throw a positive in there, and let's just say we hit very close to it, and there's multiples, you won't be the winner because it's not a positive number. Your landing rates are supposed to be negative. Anyway, we're through 10,000 feet, slowing the aircraft up, lighting it up outside too. Okay, everything's on. Hey, Matt, 1997 Air. He lived. Welcome in, sir. Glad to see you. Long time no see. Just catching us on the approach into Sanford, Florida, the other Orlando airport. Compliments, Allegiant. All right, actually, we can look longer at it. We got time. As we fly over Florida. Now, I have seen this airplane numerous times. Actually, this tail number is actual Allegiant, but they always had the satellite cap or whatever it's called up here, I believe over the nose, but it might have been back here. I haven't tried that. I'm going to maybe, if I can remember, try that on the ground. But if you haven't heard, folks, Duluth Fly gave us a little insight I did at the beginning. If you go to the X-Plane Discord site, you're going to find that they have not told you there's an update. But those of us that check the box, we want betas, you get a beta today, beta 5. I have no idea what's in this beta. So what they fixed, what they're doing, it's a beta, so it's not like they switched and called it a release. So I don't know. So your guess is as good as mine. And I don't even know if they have to date yet. Let's check it out. Nope, that's still beta 4. That's okay. All right, I'm glad I got back in here. let's go ahead since ATC is still not here. All right, so what we did is just close that off. We're gonna just enter the pattern, very wide pattern for Sanford, and we'll come in on the ILS. Here's the question. Here's the big question. Do I like Boeing or Airbus? Hang on a second here. We need to be at 210. Hang on. We're not. That's a good question. I enjoy both of them. Overall, I enjoy the Airbus, I think, a little more than the Boeings. Although that 747-200 is a phenomenal plane. But I do like flying the buses. All right, we should be getting a turn here. Wait a minute, aren't we supposed to be down at 4,000? Oh, my bad. All right, let's get this thing quieted up. Yeah, I kind of noticed that the one or two times I've ridden them. Don't get me wrong, the 737-800 is a phenomenal airplane. Lacking, I think, in many areas, but I don't know. I just like Airbus over them. I could have a smart comment here, but I'm going to keep it to myself. I found I'm upsetting people too much with it. Oh, what the heck? Mainly because the doors stay on the plane. But anyway, sorry. Even ones that are supposed to have never been opened. But no, overall, other than the 747-200, flight sim wise, yes. Yeah, you got that one good. Flight sim wise, though, the 747-200 by far outdoes a lot of them. Toliss's A320-900, that thing is a very close second. I really like that bird. That is That is a phenomenal plane that Toliss put out for us. Real world, I've only flown on one bus. It was actually a really good flight. Um, and I don't have any real complaints on it. So, but the 737, I think they do need, there was something about the 737. They are a little uncomfortable, but I can't really say the Airbus seating was much different. Only both aircraft, we were where we wanted to be, the exit seats. So you do get that little extra leg room. But overall, I think they're both pretty decent aircraft. Um, like I said, if you made me choose, if I got to choose the airplane to fly, I'd probably go with the Airbus. All right, let's switch on to common traffic. Double check here real quick. 120,300. 120,300. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that runway in the distance. All right, and time to slow to 140. Spoilers armed. That's something I've been forgetting a lot. Okay, we're 14 miles out. Olnip. Okay. Okay, gear. Next layer of flaps. Okay, gears showing down, 3 green. Again, that is one thing I wish again, this may not be a flight factor balk. I wish there was a way to know the gear was down. And I guess it's kind of like what we see here. It has to look, yeah, just relying on that, I get it. Okay, flaps full. All right, I am going to take the plane in from here. Pretty stiff crosswind here, folks. And Sanford traffic, common traffic, Allegiant 2968. Approximately 5-mile final for runway 9 left. Okay, we'll be landing.
100 above.
Operations, get rid of those trees out here.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
And Sanford traffic, Allegiant 2968's off at Romeo to the terminal. Oh, thought those were on auto. Oh, wow. Okay. I see what they've done. They've added more gates down here. Wow. This used to just be an open ramp when I flew for National Air Cargo virtual. Why don't we take gate 11? And there we are, folks. Welcome to Sanford. Okay, we're here. I'm just checking to make sure everything's going well. Let's get those chocks in so we can get those brakes cooling. All right, and all right, we're in the blocks. Everything's looking good. And they're starting to show up. The doors open. All right, let's go through this flight, shall we? Let's wait a couple of seconds here. Those that aren't subscribers can wait for the break to end. We've only got 30 seconds to go. Hope they enjoyed. Boy, really? Thank you. Okay, because I felt that was a really good landing. All right, folks. Those of you coming out of the commercial break, as you can tell, we are in the blocks. We've turned the parking brake off to help the brakes cool a little faster, so the metal's not on metal, keeping metal hot. That's why you do that. Now, it still could take up to 30 minutes, real life. I don't think they were that hot, but still hot enough with the fan and without the metal should help cool them down. All right, well, we are here. We made it, and we're going to go through it here and then take a little break here on Twitch so we can kind of reset things and come back. But let's take a look at this flight. All right, looking at it from the airline, 365 feet a minute they got us at. I don't know how, it didn't feel like that, but that's what they got us. So, hey, can't complain. All right, Elevatech also 350, 123 knots. I think that might be, we got a little slow again, and 1.2 Gs. So not bad. Now those I can't really show yet, but let's move over to the one we go by, Sim Toolkit. And again, I'm going to show you why I prefer this over the rest. Although it's hard for me to say that with Elevatech 1 being an alpha tester. I'm not trying to make Elevatech Sim Toolkit. I want Elevatech to be its own animal. What I want in it. I don't want to have 10 different, so to speak, 10 different tracking pieces of software that all look and do pretty much the same thing. Sim Toolkit to me sets itself way outside of Volanta. One, it's free. That's the big one. There is no payware to it. Where Volanta, there's a lot to it that's payware. And I'm sorry to say, many of you don't realize it. And two, they give you a great tracking package and even some landing analysis, but it doesn't get into the weeds, as I like to say. Those of us trying to improve, and every now and then I get a better landing because I'm able to follow that. So, okay, so let's look at this. You can see down at the bottom, they got us at 221 feet a minute. Now that I'm feeling a little bit more like how it felt on the runway. Just me. Now let's go ahead, complete the flight, and let's dig in. As they say, get into those weeds that many don't. So here's our flight. Now, all of them give you this when you hit view details. They all give you the synopsis. Okay. That doesn't really tell you much, folks. Well, you might say, okay, next time kind of get lower. That's where I know my problem is. I flare too high, so which slows me down too much. So now here's where they fall short, all of them. Where did I touch down? And that right there says it. Okay, that's the big marks I always plan to land in. And you can see I'm off by quite a bit. Which, oh, and they're working off 9 center. Like, I don't know, does Allegiant actually land on it? I hope not, but do they? Looks kind of narrow for Allegiant, but do they? Anyway, so we can't go by threshold, or can we? Actually, you can. First off, you got the displacement here. You're not supposed to land here. It's for additional takeoff room. All right. Each hash mark you see out here, to include these, are 500 feet down the runway. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're 2,000, maybe 100 feet down the runway, 200-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. Not bad. And we were, well, of course it's saying 1,200, but according to this, looks like right on the center line. So I am not complaining. So now if, because of this disparity, that's where some of my frame rates, feet per minute come out, maybe, I don't know. But that was a good landing. Now let's shift gears. 93, ideal 94, so we were crabbing in. That's what we should have been. Pitch, all looks good. Roll, wings were pretty level at touchdown. So you see what I'm saying? It gives you more than just where did I land. It digs in a little bit. What did I do? And I got 1.3 on the G's. So that's a pretty, they're pretty comfortable with that, folks back there. Their coffee didn't spill on them. Oh, wait, they're not supposed to have that at landing. But again, here's where most of the Allegiant flights were in this one. Kind of curious what's up here. Oh. Always like looking around Sanford because, oh, they got rid of it. They used to have like a graveyard of aircraft here that looks like they've gotten rid of. Huh. All right. Well, that's cool. But yeah, that used to be an empty ramp, so now they have more parking. Good deal. I was wondering if they were ever going to run jetway gates out to it, so cool. All right, so there you go, folks. That was a really good first flight for the day. We're going to take a break, Twitch. Don't go anywhere. We're going to stay online here for about the 4 or 5 minute break. And when we come back, we're going to fire up our second flight of the day, which is San Francisco to Phoenix. Zebo will be the aircraft. So hope y'all are ready for that. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Well, actually, that's our tentative plan. Let me check in with the boss, of course, and we'll come back and let you know. YouTube folks, this will be the end of this video. There'll be a second video, hopefully, if I remember to do it, set up for the next flight. So, folks, I thank you so much for being a part of Flying with Mike on this leg, and look forward, Twitchers, for you to stick around and be on the next leg as we come back in San Francisco. God bless you all. We'll see you mañana.
My current altimeter 303.